YouTube, BigH Trucking, coming to you from Oak Grove 70, Petro, borderline of Missouri, Kansas. It is one hot day out here, which I can't sleep. Whatever you do, don't get a black truck in the summertime. AC don't help. Anyway, I'm sitting here, delivered this morning about 11 o'clock. I'm rubbing my eyes because I'm tired. Ran the night. Did 1,157 miles in 2 drive shifts. And why am I saying that? What's that? Who cares? This is clock management. I blew up 22 hours of my clock in 2 days. Now I've got a load, which I pick up tomorrow afternoon in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska to be exact. I'm not going to say where, but it's in Lincoln, Nebraska. And it's going to Assonet, I guess that's the pronunciation, Assonet, Massachusetts. 1,400. I'm going by what the Qualcomm tells me, 1,435 miles, but it's going to be, Qualcomm's never right. According to Google, it's going to take me 27 hours. 26 hours and some change. 27 just to round things up. And I'm down to 38 hours on my 70 clock. And I don't get back any time back until Friday.
Partly cloudy with a high in the upper.
Friday morning. What's going on here with this radio? I'm sorry, Friday night, midnight. So it's really Saturday morning because I came back on Thursday. So it's 8 days. Today's only Sunday, folks. All right, so when I move the truck, it'll be Monday. So in 5 days, I've got 38 hours. So I got about 7.5 hours a day I can run. That's all I've got. And I've got to be in Massachusetts Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Any more than 7.5 hours, I put myself into jeopardy having to do with 34. So guys coming into trucking, it's really cognizant that you pay attention. This is, don't brag about doing 11 hours every day. Oh, look, I can drive 500 miles. No. It's a mistake. That's a rookie mistake. Look at me. I did 550. I did 560. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all well and good if you're in a team, but as a solo, you don't want to do back to back 500s because you're gonna constantly take 34-hour resets every week. Excuse me. And then you're gonna wonder why you're not making any money. So you got to spread that time out. I had no choice. The load was tight. The load was supposed to be picked up on Thursday. Well, I didn't get dispatched out of Pittston till Thursday. That was going from Pennsylvania to North Carolina. They still gave me the load. When I picked up the trailer, it was less than half a tank of reefer fuel left. Again, that load was supposed to be picked up Thursday. I didn't pick it up until Friday night, Friday late afternoon, like 6 o'clock at night. So let's just call it early evening. So I lost the whole drive shift, but what am I going to do? By the time I got down from Pennsylvania to North Carolina, I had eaten up my drive shift. I needed to do a reset. So I've already squandered almost 38 hours left. So what did I squander? Almost 40 hours, right? 70 hours. I got 38. So I squandered 32 hours already in a couple of drive shifts. That's how fast your time flies. That's how fast it goes. So guys, that's why I'm making this video. It's about when you're coming into the solo, it's so important. Try not to run more than 2 10-hour days. And I've already exceeded that because each and every day I've run my clock down to 10.5 hours. And I don't believe in doing resets. So again, I've got to manage my clock. I got to hope that I can get this load. And the crappy part of it, it's 200 miles away from the 01. So I've got at least a 4-hour drive. Because it's all back roads. There's state roads, but there's going to be some lights and going through towns, and that slows you up. So I get a factor 4 hours. Then I want to get to Walcott. That's 340 miles. There's a good possibility I can just do 9 hours, and that's where I want to be tomorrow. I need to be under 9. The problem is in Iowa, when I come out of Lincoln, I've already burned almost 4 hours. Coming out of Lincoln to Iowa doesn't have a lot of truck stops. And the truck stops they do have are really small, which I don't understand, except for, there's a Flying J up in, oh my God, what's it called? Cedar Rapids? Something like that. Hold on a second. I've been there. I was just there not too long ago. See, I don't know the West as good as I know the East. Council Bluffs. There's a pilot up there in Council Bluffs on 80. But that's not far enough. Because Lincoln is damn near at the, almost in Iowa. It's not too far from Iowa. So anyway, just be careful of your clock. Again, the most you can do is 2 hour. You could do a couple 10-hour days. You could do 3 10-hour days. But then you've got to back off on the back end of it. Otherwise, your 70 clock's going to get chewed up. We don't want that. All right? So anyway, that's where I'm at. I just got up. I'm going to go eat. And then it's like 97 degrees here. It's 94 degrees here. I'm idling the truck because my AC, my APU can't keep up with how hot it is outside. So, and this guy's wearing a knit hat, so I don't know. But he is wearing shorts, so that's a good sign. Anyway, folks, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Believe it or not, my channel is growing. I'm quite ecstatic. For someone who doesn't really put out phenomenal content. I don't edit. I just spew. Appreciate y'all. Until the next video. Stay safe, make great decisions, and if you want to come to Prime, as the economy weakens, folks, it's never a bad time to come into trucking. Prime is the biggest refrigerated carrier in the country. Dry goods, dry vans are starting to. I talked to a couple people. The spot market is not looking as sharp as it did. Those who are suffering are those who went out and bought trucks. But Prime carries food, and people need to eat food in order to survive. Prime, again, is the largest refrigerated carrier in the country. So if you're thinking about coming to Prime, they train you. get your permit, come to Prime. As long as you've had 3 years of verifiable employment, you don't do drugs, you have a clean license, you're good to go. Folks, if you're going to come to Prime, use my driver code, zgorhe. It'll be linked in the description. Guys, girls, if you're coming to Prime, don't lie on your application, because Prime does do an extensive background check. They will find out what you think they won't find out, because they do an extensive background check. So don't lie. You lie. With the amount of applicants coming through the door, you will be said, maybe next time, good luck, go find another company. Prime is a hell of a company. Folks, they're the biggest. I know they're a mega carrier. Mega carriers get bad reputation. I get all that. Especially for the older folks. Where are you going to go? You want to make really decent money over the road, delivering a products that stand any type of recession, interest rate hikes, whatever. Prime has got major contracts with major companies that provide food, nourishment. Come to Prime. They can always make a decision and move on. But again, there's a lot of action out there, so I'm looking all around. Don't come to Prime and think you're going to mislead anybody, because you're not. Don't come to Prime if you're using drugs, because you will be tested. Don't come to Prime if you got 3 accidents in the last year, or 4 speeding tickets, or whatever. They're looking for folks who have a clean license, 3 years of verifiable employment. And if you're that candidate, once you come on in. Because I don't know if you're reading the news lately, but it's starting to get really, really ugly. Companies are announcing layoffs one after another because of what's going on. High fuel prices, interest rate hikes, stocks being crushed, crypto, or let me just say this, asset classes are being hammered. There seems to be a reprieve. I personally just started buying again crypto, because I believe we're close to the bottom. If not, then I just dollar cost average all the way down. I don't care. So I watched the panic in the streets, and as Warren Buffett says, you buy when there's blood in the streets. And there's blood in the streets, folks. And I don't get the psychology of a human being. Why would you buy something at 30, say, 50, 60, 70%, and then panic and sell out? Why don't you just hold on to it and wait for the market to come back? Markets always come back, folks. They always come back. 5 years from now, you bought here, it's here. It's going to eventually come and pass where you bought. It's going to come back down. But then at that point, you'll still be in the profits. I made that mistake. When I was buying Bitcoin at, I don't know, $6,000, $7,000, it dropped to $3,000. I panicked and I sold. Now, if I would have kept that Bitcoin at $6,000, look where it is now. It's at $30,000 with drops. Yeah, it went to 60. I get it. It dropped to 29. I get it. But the next bull market is going to surpass the 60 and come back down to maybe 60. Anyway, not financial advice, just experience playing in the markets. Leave it alone. Buy it, hold on it, forget about it. Don't look at it. That's the biggest mistake people make, looking at it. With that being said, driver code ZGORHE. Come to Prime. Change your career. Make real money. Watch your clock. Don't be Speedy Gonzalez backing into a spot like this guy is. and it's all good. All right. So stay safe, make great decisions. Talk to you soon. Thanks again to all my subscribers.